Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how you can adjust the length of night and day in your DAYZ PlayStation 4 Nitrado custom private server. So the first thing you want to do is just head over to your Nitrado account and log in, and then under the game server menu on the right hand side under runtime, to the right underneath web interface, you'll see the little web interface login button. So just press that and this will take you over to the dashboard. You've probably seen this already. You can see how many people playing on your server, various information, but where we want to go is the settings over here. We want to go to the general settings. This is where the magic takes place. So if you haven't seen it already, this is where you can change the host name of your server, so it's easy to find. You can put password on your server so you don't get randoms just joining. And this is what we're interested, the server time multiplier here. This is how you adjust the length of day and the length of the night time in your DayZ private custom server on PlayStation 4 from Nitrado. Quite simply, this number is the multiple to which time goes by. So if the server time multiplier is 2, as in this case, every 1 minute of time in the game is actually 2 minutes. So time is running twice as fast. So for the purposes of this exercise, let's imagine that in Chernerus, night time is 12 hours, daytime is 12 hours. We've got a perfect split. Now in reality that isn't true, because the length of the day and the length of the night in Chernerus are dependent on the time of year. In the summer you have a longer day and a shorter night, and in the winter you have a longer night and a shorter day. But let's just say it's 12 hours of each. So if we have a server time multiplier of 2, in other words, time passes twice as fast, the daytimes won't last 12 hours, they will last 6 hours, which is pretty good, isn't it? That's quite a long time. That gives you a really long time to play during the day before the night comes. If you set it for 1, you'd have 12 hours of daytime. I'm not sure what happens if you set it to 0, actually, whether you just have daytime all the time. Actually, there'll be no 0. Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess you probably just have 12 hours of daytime there. Now the one you're interested in will be the nighttime one. Now the nighttime one you can set much faster, so that the nighttime disappears incredibly quickly. And so, for example, in this case, you can see on my server I have the server nighttime multiplier set at 30. So at night, time passes 30 times faster than in reality. And the way that the nighttime multiplier works is, it's not only that multiplier, so 30 times faster, it also takes into account the overall time multiplier, this one, so it's 2 times 30. So time actually passes 60 times faster at night on my server. So what does that mean? Well, what it means is, if we have a 12-hour server, 12-hour night time on my server, which what it would be in reality, but it passes 60 times faster on my server. So divided by 60, so that means, yeah, it's 0.2 of an hour. So times that by 60, and that means you've got nighttime of 12 minutes. That's how long the nights last on my server, 12 minutes. That's pretty cool. Now you might think, oh well, actually that's not really long enough, you know. I like a long night, so you might set it as, say, 6. Imagine that was 6. So 2 times 6 is 12, isn't it? So time at night would pass 12 times faster. So you've got a 12-hour night. Let's divide that by 6. So that leaves 2 hours. So then we would get a 2-hour night. Yeah. No, I think that's too long. I mean, what you might find is that you really like to have some specific community events, perhaps, where you want nighttime all the time, and that's where you could set it for a low time. You know, set it for like 1 or 2 or something like that. The difficulty with that case is you've got to get through the day first to get into the night. So that's why I have mine set at 30. So again, our nights last about 12 minutes. And that gives you, you know, it gives you a nice time just to go through your inventory and sort things out before you get cracking again. And literally, the night times in our server last about, well, road flare lasts longer than the length of the night. Now, in case you were wondering, well, wait a minute, doesn't dusk and dawn become a problem then? Don't you have a long period of time when the game isn't really playable because it's not really light enough to see? That isn't a problem. What tends to happen is it starts getting darker, and then bang, it's black. And then if you look at the sky, you can see the moon going across the sky, and you can see the stars moving. Then all of a sudden it gets a little bit lighter, and then bang, it's daytime. So you have this massive amount of playable daytime and a very small part of nighttime. Now remember, this goes up to 64, the nighttime accelerator. So let's think about it. So if it was at 64 and you had a 2-time multiplier overall for the day, so that's 2 times 64, that's 128. So let's get the calculator out. So if you had 12-hour night, that's 128 times shorter, so that would be 0.9375, times that by 60 for the minutes. So you'd have a night that lasted approximately 5.6 minutes. And just to show you that works, so times that by 124, divide that by 60, and that gives us approximately 12 hours. So if you really wanted the nights to disappear in 5 minutes, then you could do that. You could put that up to 64, or if you could put the overall night time at 4, that's 64, and then we're starting to get into really a 4-minute night and a 3-minute night time and stuff like that. But I quite like 2 and 30 because it gives us 6 hours of daytime to play with, and then we have a little 10-minute night, well, just over 10 minutes, which, as I say, is good for doing your inventory, kind of sorting things out, making your plans for your next push around the map in Generous. Okay, hopefully that's helpful. If you've got any questions or comments, put them in the box down below. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. We have an over 18s Discord you can join if you like. We have a private server you can join. You've just got to either become a member of my YouTube channel, a paid member, or a paid Patreon member, and that will get you into that as well. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.